I was on the phone with the 1LVZ, and shout out to the 1LVZ earlier this evening. We were just talking about some stuff, and then he mentioned to me about this tweet that Kamala Harris put out there. And I was like, I didn't see this tweet. And I saw that it was posted 22 hours ago, and I was like, I didn't see this tweet. But then again, I don't follow her. But then, I also follow Tariq Nasheed and Professor Black Truth and the Black Authority. And sometimes they'll retweet some things and put it on their timeline and I'll catch it. But this time I didn't catch it. So he screenshotted this tweet and he sent it to me. And he said he basically wanted me to talk about it. And we actually kind of talked about it a little bit on the phone. So Kamala Harris decides that she was going to highlight transgender rights and so in a way by highlighting Janet Mock. Now, I think I've talked about Janet Mock maybe one time on my channel. I think Harvey has spoken about her a couple times on her channel. I think Kimberly Frazier may have talked about her a couple times as well. Janet Mock is, of course, as we know, not a woman. This person is naturally born a man who had a sex change. But it's the fact that Kamala Harris again is doing this pandering thing, and it's like she's playing hopscotch with the pandering thing, that she doesn't know which square to actually land on and stay firm on. So she says transgender rights activist Janet Mock is fighting for justice and dignity while paving the way for others to boldly embrace who they are. Her work has helped empower transgender women everywhere. Hashtag Black History Month. One of the first things that I had noticed about this was the fact that she said transgender women everywhere. She didn't say black transgender women everywhere. She said black, she just said transgender women everywhere. She didn't even have the decency to just highlight specifically the black ones in Black History Month. The only time she wrote black was in the hashtag Black History Month. And we're supposed to say that this woman is black. And she's supposed to be quote unquote embracing her blackness. But this also says another thing right here too, that I find that a lot of, and the thing is I can't say how I really want to say it because Kamala Harris doesn't identify herself as black. She always goes that POC route. A lot of black women tend to hang on to a lot of the LGBT issues. And the reason why I say that is because I did a video talking about Jussie Smollett and how the heterosexual black men are owed a genuine apology. And then I got into it with one of the people in the comment section. I don't know if this person is subscribed to me, was subscribed to me, or they probably blocked me after the interaction that we got into in the comment section. Like it was a constant back and forth thing. And they were basically saying, I agree with everything you say, but you got to look at it like this. And I said, oh, I know where they're headed with this. Black men in particular, or heterosexual black men, have said this, that, and the third about black people in the LGBT community and this, that, and the third. And then I had to combat with them. And then they came back and started saying, oh, you're talking about black women and you know your mother gave birth to you. And the whole, y'all know exactly where that was going. And then I said, well, when I go onto the, and they said, this is the one line they always kill me with. Well, black people in the LGBT community are always on the front lines and doing this, that, and the third for you. Well, guess what? We didn't ask for them to march for us. And I don't know what marching and praying and dancing and singing is going to do, but if that's what it is going to do, not much is changing because everything is still occurring. And then when they say or see us combat against that, then that's when they'll say, well, that's why we're not going to stand for you. We're not going to be on the front lines for you. And to that, I say, good. Because if you was on the front lines and this was the middle of the war and as emotional as you are, you would be seen as the pawn and it would just be a bunch of Crispus addicts being taken out. Some of them act like they're doing us a favor and you're not. In a way, you're making things worse. You go on that Black Lives Matter site, who are they talking about? Black women, black gays, black children. They don't say anything about the black heterosexual man. That shows you how much they so-called care about us. But it doesn't surprise me because of two things. One, is funded by a very elite Jewish man. And two, the founders, quote unquote, are three lesbians. That should let you know all you need to know right there. And then they'll come with this whole trope of, you know, we don't need a black man for this, that, and the third. And then they go on their whole independent woman rant. But I bet you don't need a black man to take out the trash, fix a tire, or, take them somewhere wherever they need to go. They'll need a black man then. See, it's almost like they only need us when it's necessary and convenient for them. Otherwise, they don't need us. And trust me, it's all coming to a point when I'm mentioning Kamala Harris. The major point here is this. A lot of them will come to bat for a person who lives an alternative lifestyle before they come to bat for their own man. Notice how a lot of black women cape for those in that community, and some of them won't even do it for them. It's amazing how they'll probably be all buddy buddy with someone who lives that lifestyle. And let's just say, hypothetically saying that the woman had a boyfriend. What if one day that so-called gay friend of theirs starts to eye that boyfriend of theirs and they just happen to catch them in the act? I wonder how that woman would feel then about the friend. I've always wondered that. And I bet that situation has probably happened more so definitely in Atlanta, probably more so than anywhere else. My thing is this. What is it with a lot of black women and their infatuation with the LGBT movement, or community, I should say? I've always wanted to know that. I've always even seen some people like stuff on Instagram where some black woman will post up something saying, oh, they had their little gay best friend, and they wear them like they said every black woman needs a gay best friend or something, like they're an accessory. That's just one thing I've seen of many. I don't know what it is, the connection. I don't know if it's because they both, one is a woman, the other feels like a woman. I don't know what it is. And this is not me bashing. This is just me having a genuine concern, because Kamala Harris putting this out there when it really didn't need to be, it just boggles my mind. It really does. This is her work has empowered transgender women everywhere. So it's like, I know which vote she's trying to get. She's now trying to get the LGBT vote with this. Unfortunately, her little strategy might work on them. It wouldn't work on us, though. And notice that she hasn't tried to pander to black men yet, because she knows what she's done to black men is wrong. She knows she locked a lot of those black men up in those prisons during her tenure when they weren't supposed to be. So that's not who she's going to talk to. She's going to go to this community. She's going to talk to black women in particular. She's already done that. As a matter of fact, the latest video I seen of Kamala Harris, and it was so cringeworthy, like the rest of her videos. She was in this store buying this jacket that looked like one of those jackets that your grandmother wears to bingo, with the shiny gold hat with the rhinestones in them. She looked like she had every infinity stone from the Infinity Gauntlet on that jacket, that if she snapped her fingers, the whole world would just disappear. I cannot stand this woman with a passion. I'm starting to sound like Harvey, but I really can't, because her pandering is so clear. It's so evident what she's doing, but unfortunately some people don't get it. And she's like, what she's doing is she's pandering to a group of people that she knows she can get away with pandering to. That's probably why she doesn't pander to heterosexual black men, because we see her end game. And then you'll have in the way that I know that is because when we call her out on her bullshit, you'll have black women and probably black gays coming to say that we're wrong for doing it, and that we are misogynistic, like what Bakari Sellout said, or whatever Donna said. We know what she's trying to do, and it's not going to work. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you in the next one.